found family. Phone light flags in the night. Upstrokes cut, kick, drum tight. Horns bite. We roast our own, then we toast our own. If you're kind, come in, make this house your home. Spill blood, spill drinks. We learn, we leg, push back, pull close. We bend, don't break. Buttertown, head to head, we got your back. We make our stand. Laugh at the pain, rise with the band. Brothers, sisters, all the fam. Buttertown, doors are wide, open mind. So come inside, clap on two, stomp on four. This is what the song is for. This is what the song is for. Buttertown, forever together, together. Grab a drink, pull up a seat. Welcome to Buttertown. Buttertown, forever together, together. Grab a drink, pull up a seat. Welcome to Buttertown.
Okay, so literally, I made you shut up because what you were talking about was so fucking cool. You had said, how weird is it that we're 45 years old and we're still doing what we did literally 30 years ago, coming to my house and eating my food. And I said, that's great. That's awesome. I'm happy that is a thing because that means we're still hanging out. That's fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
So, and then you said it shouldn't be that way. What does that mean? It shouldn't.
That wasn't the plan. Like, according to, at least to me, and I think to a lot of people our age, like, you were just supposed to get older and be lonely. Like, that was the point. I mean, that's what our parents did. Like, they would talk to, like, their wife, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, they just never made new friends or never kept friends. Or, I mean, this was my house. You know, anybody that was around eventually got run off. That was just, I don't know, at least that's the way that my dad operated. He just ran everybody off eventually until he was by himself, and it was their fault and not his. Yeah. So
I don't laugh at that. I laugh at the understanding of that statement.
Yeah. And I think it's awesome that I still have friends. Like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. When I was older, I thought I was just going to be way more alone than what I am now. I'm like blessed with awesome friends.
Yeah.
Like the best friends ever.
Were you dreading this? Was this like a...
Yeah, I was dreading old age. I was.
Because of that?
When I was older?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want that. My dad was miserable. My dad died miserable. And I didn't want that. I thought that was just everybody's fate. You know, he worked and I don't know. And that's actually what, that's essentially what the TV fed you. You know, the Homer Simpsons and the Al Bundys of the world. The unappreciated idiot.
Well, I mean, that's hard to justify because they were constantly going on adventures and meeting new people and doing things all the time. So I think that would be the polar opposite of what you're talking about.
That is what they could do. They could afford it, though. We couldn't even afford to go on adventures. The Bundys didn't. I think, or like even Roseanne. Roseanne's probably was like the closest, without like, you know, them being funny, just the fighting parts, right?
Well, I had a
Roseanne was set around in this area.
Oh yeah, it was Chicago. Yeah,
Lanford.
It was not a real place though. Yeah. I had a teacher in college who wrote
Lanford was literally supposed to be an imaginary town somewhere between Elgin and Rockford.
Was it really?
Yeah, Lanford.
Oh, that far.
Like when they talked about the plant that he worked at, it's the one right off of 90 when you drive into Rockford.
Oh, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Dan? No shit.
That was the plant.
Okay.
That's the plant he was talking about.
Oh, that's weird. God, I want to rewatch that now and see if there are any similarities.
It holds up. I think it really holds up.
Andy rewatched it a couple years ago. And
yeah.
I walked in on it a couple times. I'm like, this isn't
Oh yeah,
that bad.
for sure. It was super funny. Roseanne
Hated the ending. And
it was really
the sequel, the spinoff, whatever that was.
I never watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know of it and I know what she became and
no bueno.
No bueno.
But having friendships when you're older, that doesn't seem like, I mean, it seems more of a sacred thing. And I remember growing up, people were saying like, well, you only need like 2 or 3 good friends. And, you know, I grew up being a part of like a shit ton of different cliques, but like, who would I actually call on to be a friend? Yeah. I mean, it's much smaller, but I still have more than 2 or 3 friends.
We got those dudes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have other people as well, and I'm constantly meeting new people. So it's one of those things that like I think I know I'm blessed because of it, but also
I think it's helpful because you're easy to talk to. Not everybody has that.
that's true. I do. I'm understanding that more. I don't understand why, but I understand it. But I think it's wonderful to have friends from different like groups and backgrounds and things like that. And I think the older you get, the less people give a shit about age. You know how like when you're younger, you're like, well, we can't talk to the sophomores because they're a year younger than us.
No, I think that's kind of still around.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
like-
definitely not with
Like
me.
it is not like we have like young interns in their early 20s that
Yeah.
like if I spent all my time talking to them, people would frown upon that.
Oh, okay, but that's not that's other people. That's not you. And that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Is I don't give a shit what other people think, and I'm not trying to say that in like a rebellious way. I'm saying it in like, why does it matter? If someone else feels some way about me, that's fine. I don't want it to affect my day, so I don't let it.
Well, there's a way that you talk to them, like especially when if you're in a higher position than they are, and they look up to you, like you don't talk to them like best friends.
Well, no, but friendly.
Yeah, well, yeah, friendly for sure. Yeah, some people are just shitty to them, and just they frame everything as like, you don't know what I know, you must be dumb. And that's
No.
I don't think I'm not with people like they'll kind of like goof around about somebody be like, well, I don't know who Michael Jackson is or some like weird shit like that, and I think that always gives a chuckle to some of the older people. But
Yeah.
I think that's like the extent of it. But some people like really take age like really important, and like even like the smallest amount, like somebody who's in like their like, oh, you're 38. Well, I'm 42. Wait until you turn 42. And it's like, is that really, that's all you got, huh?
Dude, the only difference is now you have a mandatory finger up the butt instead of a pleasurable finger up the butt. Like that's it. That's the only shift between those two ages. But I don't think age is a fucking concern. It's definitely not a concern for mine. You know, I know people.
What about if you're in your 40s and
okay,
it's
I'm
a girl
there.
and a girl like who's 14 and in a pageant, and you're running the pageant, and you
Okay, this
trying to-
this took an opposite turn of what I was trying to emphasize, but I am on your side with this. This is
age is important
No,
for some things for sure.
Yes, I meant friendships from like late 20s to early 70s. I have a wide berth of friends in all ages, but the 20s thing is pretty fucking important.
It's interesting that you said late 20s.
Yeah.
I do think that maybe some of the worst humans on the planet are in their mid to early 20s. It's probably like the
Yeah.
worst time.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be around any of those
I've been
people.
lucky enough to know one who is really good. And I got to see him go from age 20 to like 23. And he never changed a fucking thing. But it was like, he was still that really, really, really good kid. But I don't think that's the norm.
I was awful. So
Especially
maybe I'm basing
teaching
it.
college.
Maybe I'm basing it off of how just absolutely awful I was.
You basing it off of your own glasses, your own like
Yeah, my own
review?
glasses, and like they're on the people around me were like, we were just awful. It's just the worst people. And so when I see other people acting like that, it's just like, yeah, I don't judge you at all. I was an asshole just like you. I still am, but
Do you find
Not
yourself
like
judging
that.
other groups?
no. Yes, older people. I judge older people harshly. harshly, very harshly.
Just by age or by political affiliation?
But the way they handle themselves, because I've met like people who are conservative or liberal or libertarian who've been able to handle themselves really well.
Totally.
But like if they can't hold up why they believe the way they believe, and they just throw age out there as the reason, yeah,
No, I agree with that.
that's some bullshit.
I agree.
I had a boss who was 7 years older than me.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 years older than me. And he would like sit there and try and like talk to me like he's this old sage wizard. And after a while, I just called him let's fucking hear it, owl, old man owl. I just would get so. I left that job. I had no care of whether I got fired from that job or not. But I don't know. What about you? Do you give? Do you feel like you give a wider? Not a wider berth. What am I thinking? Like, do you
Tolerance?
Do you have more tolerance for younger people than you do older people?
I think I'm willing to give anyone the benefit of the doubt until I hear something. Either they say, they do something that they idolize, like if I meet someone who's young, who's only interested in like drinking all the time or like partying, it's like, all right, well, that's kind of boring, but I understand you have to go through that phase, whatever that phase is, whether it is alcohol or rebellion or, self-identification, whatever, like we all have to go through that. And that's fucking great because you don't find out who you are until afterwards. Older people, I tend to give the benefit of the doubt until they say something stupid. Like
something about avocado toast.
Well, no, I'm definitely over the whole hating people for what they like or like disliking people for what they like. If you like avocado toast, that's fucking great.
Yeah, but you're
eating it because I don't have to.
If you paint with a wide paintbrush about people, like young people just don't know how to budget correctly, and it's their fault why they're in the financial.
I mean, that's
reasonings that
obviously something I don't believe in. I don't believe in painting a wide brush stroke unless it's like demographics that I truly do not like
When-
right-wing politics.
When somebody does do something like a wide paintbrush on like a wide group of people, I just immediately do it to them.
No, of course.
And then
watch them implode.
Yeah, and then watch them implode. Just you mentioned something about how the entire baby boomer generation is completely ruined due to the leaded gasoline or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And that they're all a bunch of violent idiots. Oh, you don't like being painted with a wide stroke either, huh?
Ain't that funny?
Ain't that funny?
Yeah. I'm finding myself less vindictive lately. Less angry.
As of when? A day ago?
No, I mean, I still have little fits of like, what the fuck? I still have upsetness or small little bursts of, I'm pissed off that other people are having things done to them against their will.
Absolutely.
Like, end of fucking statement. I'm just not as angry as I used to be.
And with like how easily it's done with nobody saying anything. That's
Yes.
something. That is something. How it's just happening.
Yeah. I know it's fruitless, but I'm trying to like save everything I can. I'm screenshotting news articles and keeping a folder full of stuff. The Epstein stuff got released this week.
There was several dumps of it.
My favorite comment so far about the Epstein files is, oh, you didn't know you could get the whole Epstein thing on Amazon right now. Just buy a brick of 500 sheets of black paper.
Did you hear that they did not do it correctly?
Yeah, they did it.
Some of
they
it
did
can
it
be-
in Acrobat, which means they're just highlighting and putting black
Yeah.
over it, but the text is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're saying that some of it you can and some of it you can't. And
Right.
they think that is all the stuff that was not done correctly is how likely the stuff that was redacted after it was actually redacted. So it's almost like a timestamp.
Redacted after it was redacted?
Yeah. So there was a bunch of stuff that was redacted to actually save the victims, and that the stuff that was post redacted, the stuff that you can copy and paste, was the stuff that was done after the fact.
I mean, it kind of makes sense with how they did it, because they pulled off 1,000 FBI agents off their job from protecting people to redact billionaire names from a database for raping children, and the people who are doing it are either hating what they're doing or liking what they're doing. And the liking what they're doing, they're being just fucking morons anyway. But you're taking people from a law enforcement intelligence agency and telling them to go do something they probably never done before. And they're using a consumer-based application and they don't know what they're doing. They're literally paying people who have no clue what they're doing to do something in order to try and save them.
To protect one pedophile.
To protect, well,
or lots of pedophiles. But
yes.
We all know there's one in particular.
And see, I get that, right? I get the whole hate versus Trump. I totally understand. And I'm there. But it's like, he's just a Muppet. Like, he's not even good enough to be a puppet.
He is easily manipulated. Project 2025 happened with or without him.
Yes.
He was just the moron that allowed
it
to happen because he has no morals.
And people somehow gravitate to him.
That just absolutely fascinates me.
It shocks me.
I'll never understand how somebody's willing to throw away their friends and family for that man. And it makes no sense to me.
The thing is I don't think anyone will truly understand what they're doing by throwawaying friends and family until there's actual consequences, until someone actually cuts them out. And I haven't yet. I'm still talking to my dad, but I haven't had like a real conversation with him in like 4 weeks. And the last conversation we had was literally, it was like a 3-hour phone call, and it ended with, Dad, tell me who Hitler was and how he came to power. And he explained something for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, never once saying one negative thing. It was all positives. And
what did
then
he
I
say?
hung up.
What did he say?
About how Germany was going through the world's worst depression that had ever happened to any country, and how he came in and saved them and truly united the country, and then created the Autobahn, which is like the greatest invention, blah, blah. And he just kept saying all these positive things. And I just
He never once mentioned
nothing about the
taking
eradication.
over sovereign countries.
No.
Never once mentioned about murdering generals.
Not
never
a single
once mentioned the Night of the Broken Glass. Never once
Crystal
mentioned.
Rock. Yeah. No.
Never once mentioned Long Knives. Never once mentioned
SS. Never mentioned anything
never
like
mentioned
that.
SS. Never mentioned the Gestapo. Never mentioned
concentration camps, murder, genocide, nothing. And I got to the end of it because I was literally waiting to hear something. And I said, you realize why I'm upset? And he goes, no, I'm just telling you history. I said, you're telling me the history that you want to tell me, but you're leaving out key facts. He's like what? And I just started naming shit off. And I couldn't be on the phone with him anymore.
What did he say? Did he have any rebuttal?
He tried to, but I wasn't paying attention at that point. I was done.
Mm-hmm. It is weird that what's happening right now is so incredibly similar to what happened in the 1930s in Europe. It's so similar. But it's also weird, incredibly weird, that in almost in search of some sort of moral armor, Israel is justifying them protecting themselves so another Holocaust doesn't happen
While creating a Holocaust.
while creating a Holocaust. Yeah, it's absolutely bizarre. It really is. Because like anytime like they'll talk like where the right, like they just had all the stuff with Turning Point and everything, and JD Vance, who's, you know, really coming in nicely as a white supremacist.
Yup. Holy shit. Now you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Oh,
was,
yeah.
was the quote.
Yeah, the Grand Dragon of the GOP. It's real bizarre that like all of the rebuttals are, you know, that you're an anti-Semite. And it's like fucking like it's so fucking crazy. And people are like just completely immune to the contradiction there. Like,
Yeah.
fucking look around. Like the reason we know these things is because like this happened already. And like that, and this group didn't work out well for them. And it's like they knew it. Like, dude, like Project 2025 and everything that happened with Heritage Foundation and all the other foundations that have been established by like super militantly hard right people. They've been planning this since the 70s. It's like 50 years of planning to do all this. Like, and it's locked tight. It's bad. A lot of stuff is like locked down, and it's crazy that people are just allowing it to happen.
Yep.
The only thing that I can say like right now is that Trump seems to be in like a lame duck presidency spin, because like he is really taking it on the chin by all the files being released. It's nobody's not talking about it. It is constantly being talked
Right.
about. And like really when the only rebuttal is but Clinton and but Joe Biden and but Obama, when like it's like, dude, your guy's a fucking pedophile.
Yes.
And like you just look him right in the face and be like, yeah, okay, throw him in prison. Your guy too, though.
Yeah. All of them.
All of them. Like and like that.
And all the people who stood up for him.
Yeah. And they think that you're gonna fall in lockstep. I'm not. I don't give a shit.
Not a fucking chance.
You know? I'm not. And I don't understand. Like it just shows how how far their minds are gone. But I think that's starting to dwindle down. Like I am hearing less about. I just went to like a holiday party at my sister's place. Like they never talked about it.
Really?
Never talked about it.
Wow. The last few years, you've told me it's been fucking brutal.
I didn't hear anything about weather machines. Heather did though. Heather heard the stuff about weather machines.
Speaking of weather machines, not weather machines, but like the blatant fucking lies. You know how like every time there's something so well, I want to get back to your party, but I don't want to forget about this.
No, I just really nothing to talk about. Otherwise, I had a good time.
That's fucking great.
It's nice to like not have to talk about that stuff.
I don't want to
for
be
a
around
while.
anybody who even aligns themselves.
I know,
with
but
it.
it's hard to do, man. I mean, you can't.
That's okay.
I cut my uncle off. Mm-hmm. That sucks, man.
Yeah, it does.
But like, what a fucking nut job.
Yep. So, in the Epstein files, someone pulled out, and I screenshot it if you want to see it. But it's they had a 13-year-old girl
I read it.
who said they gave birth. She gave birth, and deleted person made them kill the baby
Yeah.
right after birth. And it got me thinking, was like, oh my God, this is the shit that they were like, this is back in the 80s, like 89, something like that, right? It was like 80 or early 90s, whatever it was. But they said, that what was it, like 10 years ago, they were talking about how Democrats are like eating, they're doing late stage abortions. Like after the baby's born, they're killing the baby, and they're doing like they're eating the endocrines from the brains and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
So this makes me think that like literally everything they've been doing the last handful of years, whatever, is they've been blurbing vomiting all these blatant lies.
So you're like, why would how
Like, so out of left field.
Pizzagate? It's like you're just ordering women and children
so
out of a
weird,
pizza place,
right? But now it makes me think: are they actually trying to cover up all the things by literally telling the truth of everything?
There is a word for that where you can armor yourself from being accused if you accuse them first.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
So you hear all of the fucking crazy shit about, like you said, like the adrenochrome,
thank you.
and or like ordering up babies
and murdering just birthed children.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's kind of creepy when you think like, shit, like this has been their playbook the whole time, and everything's been true. Like, what the fuck is what have they been doing?
Yes, I mean that one's obvious. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell anyone, or we'll do this to you.
And it's like they're all, I don't know. I mean, like you hear some people, they say that, you know, they do all this stuff so they have blackmail on everybody, so nobody will turn anybody in, and that's the reason that they do it. Is essentially like a blood thing,
like a pact,
or like to get into a gang, you got to kill a stranger or something that.
Yeah.
Like you got to do something awful. So we got something on you, and you got something on us, and nobody will do anything.
That's what Scientology is.
Yeah, where they talk about going clear and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing would be like, the other thing was that it had to do with like Mossad and special agencies around the world. Was like, you know, the Mossad, like the CIA of Israel, or what is it for Russia? It's
KGB.
KGB. I mean, Putin was prior KGB,
Right.
you know. Like, what secrets do they have on these people? Like, I really do think that Trump is a Russian asset.
Oh,
and,
no fucking question.
and I do think that Israel's got stuff on them.
Yes. Oh my God. So now we have the axis of evil again. We have the three countries of evil. We have America, Russia, and Israel.
Isn't that crazy?
Holy shit.
So America was really pushing bad in the 1930s before. Lindbergh was Charles Lindbergh was trying to run under the Nazi Party in America. Yeah, the guy that flew around the world.
About that, yeah.
Charles Lindbergh was the Nazi party leader.
Okay. That's fucked up and horrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, they had a huge Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden, just like Trump did.
Part of me wishes they were more creative in their evil, in their harming, but I'm glad they're not, because they're literally just taking from a playbook that's already been done, and they're like, well, this happened that one time, so I'll do it now.
Do you know who Jamel Boulay is?
By name only.
He is amazing. I love that guy. He's so awesome. He started just being like a guy that talked about nostalgia shit on NPR years ago, and like now he's like really good at saying some like really neat, poignant stuff. And one of the things he talked about was cargo cults and the GOP. Okay. So this is super interesting. He was saying how like in the 1940s there was so much was going on, like with military exercises and cargo and logistics and everything in the Pacific, and there was all these tiny little islands all over the place, and ships and planes would go down, and all the cargo that was on these things would eventually, you know, get caught on a current. It's sealed tight. Eventually it finds its way to shore on all these little islands all over the place. And it's like one of the youngest religions on the planet. They are called the cargo cult religions. Okay. You can find them. They're on islands, and these people are indigenous to this island. They didn't have any contact. They just knew that planes and cargo would just show up. And, you know, at one time there would be like a landing strip there at one time. So what they would do for them to get more cargo, they would just kind of do what they saw the other people doing. So they would build runways and towers. They don't know what they were for. They would pretend to talk on radios. They would wear the gear and everything, and they would just act out what they saw because
so
those are,
surreal.
Because those are the gods, and the gods. If I
Right, right.
go through these motions, the gods will bring us more.
That
cargo.
becomes the ritual.
Yeah, that's the ritual that you go through to make a thing happen.
Holy shit.
And they're saying on how like the GOP in a weird way are kind of acting like cargo cults, where they're like, if we do all of the things that we know happen to make the Nazi party be such a successful thing, it'll do things for us, which is why it's so crazily on the nose. Like they have like a severe misunderstanding of like what it really was that made the people do all these things. So they're just doing like almost the exact actions.
I mean,
And in a way it's working. Or no, not in a way. It's
It is
definitely
working.
working. Like there was the exercise that everybody would go through in their heads. What would you do if, Nazi Germany was going on? Would you hide people? What would you do? And it grosses me out, the amount of people who I used to look up to, who I know damn well would give over Anne Frank.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Lots of people that I used to look up to. It's, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like in mid-40s is, like it's midlife, right? Like I got like another half a life I got to go knowing these fucking people.
No, you don't.
Well, there's people our age.
Yeah.
Like all the people who I argued with on the internet, on the internet machine, like some of those people are our age.
I mean,
And
what's terrible about that is that shit is continuing. What good can come from it is you can cut them out.
you can, but it is a virus. So I started
It is.
I started a new book. Started a new book called Sapien. New book called Sapien. It's just about like the human race and the weird way that our bodies worked and everything, and brains and all that shit. And they were talking about the Dunbar number. Did we ever talk about the Dunbar number? Okay. So I ended up getting onto this because they were talking about the Dunbar number. It was the name of the scientist was Dunbar. We could talk about that later. Remember the Dunbar number. Don't let me forget.
I'll write down. I brought no notebook this time.
But in the book, they were talking about how, like in the 1930s, how all that hate and the Nazism and this authoritarian thing, like why it spread. Like, because they said, like, if one country gets it, it tends to go to other countries. You notice that, like, even in the U.S., like Trump got really big. So, like, there's people in Canada that are wearing MAGA hats. I mean, it's fucking bananas that they do that. There's people in Mexico that believe in that shit. And, like, they don't realize, like, this is on your side. There's on the other side of the pond. There's all this shit is going on. This happened like wildfire in the 1930s in Europe, and it spread all over the place. Like I said, like it made its way back over here when Lindbergh was the president of the Nazi Party in the 1930s in the United States. And they were saying how if you look at, and like this is like a weird explanation on why it is so prevalent and why it works. There was a time when you and I were talking about game theory.
Yes.
Right. And like the big game that they always talk about with game theory is like the idea of that steal share thing of like the thieves.
right.
You can either, if you both steal, nobody wins.
Right.
Right. But if you steal and share, you get to take whatever they have. And like when you train systems on how to play this game, like if you are trying to train a computer or an AI on how to do that, they notice that if you get like a rogue like AI game player that will always go negative, will always steal, that triggers a thing all around it of all the people that it plays, that it all goes to negative. Everybody steals all the time. It automatically goes steal. And it's hard, and they get stuck in a rhythm. And it's really hard to get out of the rhythm until like resources and everything are gone. And that there's a theory that, when you break down game theory where it's like steal or share, this thing is a catalyst that just spreads like a virus. And it's very intriguing, that idea of that. There's some It's a rogue idea of steal all the time. I mean, this is exactly what Donald Trump, this is the way he lives.
Yes.
You know, but when people see, you know, if everybody's in share mode and you can steal and you get everything, if you steal and they share, you can get ahead really quick. And there's a lot of rogue motherfuckers out there that are going in steal mode right now. But Dunbar's number was this interesting thing. Dunbar was a scientist who noticed that the size of the brain pan, which is like the part of your skull that holds the brain, the proportion of the brain pan was directly equal to the amount of primate members that you would have. So if you have like smaller groups would have a smaller brain pan, but the larger you get, and that humans got to be at around what I think our brain pan, if you believe the numbers and how it works, is 150.
Okay.
That's how many people that you know. And that
like Noel?
Yes, Noel. And the way that they explained it was like, you know, the Dunbar number is the thing that you could use that when you're talking to somebody who you know well and like their dog passes away, you will cry on their shoulder and they'll cry on yours. You know what I mean? But like the town over, 10,000 people could die in a mudslide and you wouldn't shed a tear.
Because you don't know them.
Because they're not in your group. They're not part of the 150.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just it's a limit on our brain. You know, it's been since Homo sapiens have become what we are. That's just like, it's the mental limit. Like just as like there's thresholds to vision and to hearing and everything. It's just a threshold of the mind and the capabilities of the human mind. And they said that like somewhere along the line, there was a way that you could game the system where, you know, instead of it just being one person, like you can get like a partial person to where like, how's it go? If you could convince somebody if you know that somebody shares the same beliefs and myths as you, that's considered like not a full person of your 150, but close. And that's, you know, that's how like religion came about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so like a Catholic could be like, if you get two Catholics in Asia, you know, and they're like, oh, you're a Catholic, I'm a Catholic, and you don't know each other at all, you guys can have common ground and be able to get along. And it's like this weird thing, you know, and how that deals with the Dunbar numbers, you know, expands your numbers a little bit. They're not like real full on numbers, but there's still that common ground thing there. But the thing that's crazy is that like, they said that like once you reach that 150, that's when the groups split. And that like, it is very possible that, and this is was the Dunbar number and the way that I understand it. My theory is how social media started maxing out people's Dunbar numbers and how the split can occur. And when I say split means that now there's people that become the others.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we have so many other groups. You know, when you look at somebody's like Facebook things, like you don't know everybody in there. They did say that like, the average number of Facebook profile members is actually really close to the Dunbar number, which is like really fascinating as well.
Really? I mean, that kind of makes sense.
And like, you know, no matter how many people are on your list, but you know, you could get to your number.
Huh.
But yeah, so I thought that was it was just an interesting thing of like how like the threshold of the human mind is quite possibly part of the reason why there's such a crazy split with everything that we have now.
Well, I mean, how would that justify it then? Is like you're literally creating the others from something?
Yeah, your brain is like just only capable of having 150 people as like a close enough member, and everybody out of that becomes an other. And you know, I was just talking about like, you know, I had an uncle that I had to like toss into the sand, and you know, all these other people who like I really cared about that I was in the military with, like you're forced into this scenario where you have to, people got to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's a lot of it is tied in with myth and beliefs, and, you know, Trump and his
Which is
beliefs,
myth.
which is all like a lot of myth and belief, but like it's an easy way to make that person another.
Yeah.
Like when the groups get as big and as big as they did due to social media, and the split occurs, and you're like, well, okay, who's in the group and who isn't in the group? It's really easy to say, fuck off Trump and fuck off all the followers.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So the Dunbar numbers are the capacity of the human mind is a big reason why it was easy for Trump to happen.
And I can
And
imagine
consider them to be others.
The opposite can happen as well, where it's like if you don't have anyone around you
Yeah.
that shares these feelings, shares these concerns or worries or beliefs, you can become so isolated that you actually turn into the others.
Yeah, I had said before, like the loneliness epidemic. Like if you don't have a group,
Yeah.
it's really easy to glom onto a group, despite how awful they are. They're still your group.
Now, you and I have always argued about does online equal hanging out? Does online equal real people? Like if you don't know them, like the way we know those dudes or something like that, right? And I've always argued yes, because it's not about the proximity of physicality, but about the time spent and the emotion spent in that time frame.
So I would still say a person is going to be like a full number. Unless like the time is spent. Did I tell you that documentary about that one kid who the kid was like literally locked in his body? Like he had a degenerative disease that didn't allow him to move really. Like he had to operate a keyboard and a mouse with like his mouth. And when he passed away, all these like friends, he ended up having all these friends online that nobody knew about. You know, he spent all of his time online, and like, they never understood like why he didn't want to hang out with his friends and family, and they thought that he was depressed, but it was quite the opposite. Like he had a real full life where he was a hero online playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
But do I think that's an outlier? I do. I think that's the exception and not the rule.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, people find their best connections in person.
I think I'll add a caveat to that statement. They can find their best.
Yes. But I think like with limitations.
With limitations. I don't see.
But so those are like what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The people who are like, this is my group and this is what I can get, and I'm not going to let them go for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like when at the advent of chat rooms and stuff like that, the community that glommed onto it the most and utilized it the most for good was the LGBTQ community.
People who could not be themselves
Yes.
in a world that
Yes.
already didn't understand them
like
and hated them for it.
That was obviously like one of the best things to come out of like early, like how communities could be used for good.
Yes.
You know, where you're the only gay kid in a town in Montana, you know, but you can talk to people all over the world and like find out you're not crazy.
Yes.
Like that's awesome. That was for good.
Fucking A.
So yeah, yes, your caveat. Yes, it can happen. I just don't think that it's like under these weird circumstances is where it's.
I wouldn't say weird so much as in like,
Word might be not a great word, but
because I feel just like how everyone has a kink, right? Whether you want to admit it or not, everyone has one, and it doesn't have to be something grandiose or big, but everyone has something that they fucking love, like sexually, right? I believe that same thing for most aspects of life, that everyone loves something unconditionally, whether it be a hobby or a passion or whatever, and finding another person in that. Like, have you ever been to a comic book convention or something of that ilk where two people have just met and they just start talking about the most random thing you've ever heard, but to them it is life and blood, and you see them become like stepbrothers in the movie, where it's like, did we just become best friends?
Yup.
Yeah. And it's like this connection over something that could be considered trivial by the masses is nowhere near trivial to these two individuals or 100 or so individuals, right? And what this is getting to is like everyone has a kink. Everyone has a fetish or whatever. They think their kink or fetish or obsession, whatever, is so weird that they'll never tell anyone, that they're worried people will look down on them, when in reality, that shit is as normal as fucking breathing. It just might not be normal to everyone, but it's normal to way more people than you think it is. You know, Firefly. I remember watching that when it was on TV. No one else I knew fucking watched that, and I fucking loved it. So when I knew other people who'd watched it, I would glom on to conversations. I would love it. And it wasn't until like a decade or so later that it started getting like that kind of fandom behind it. So when you have that ability to connect with someone, that's massive.
But so when we started this whole podcast, it was like friendships.
Yeah.
Like when does a connection turn into like an actual friendship that'll last? Because I've had tens of thousands of connections, probably more, but very few that are like where you play it out and become friends.
Yeah, right.
Like how many of those people where you're like, oh, let's talk about Firefly. Who did you become lifelong friends with?
Well, for that example alone, I can't imagine one, but I can name two other people that I met at a fucking convention because we were talking about role playing, and now we go to their Christmas party every year, and like they're literally extremely close friends. And that's how we met. We just met going, oh, you like Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, me too. Cool. Oh, you're from Illinois? Yeah, me too.
It's just DC Chen.
Oh, no. Jeff and Carmi.
I've heard them. I've heard their names.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's how many people actually become good friends? Probably not many, but how many friends do you actually have? And like, what's the qualification for like the different tiers of friendships? You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like, what is the top tier? Is the top tier the hide-a-body buddy? Which I can't believe I said that right on the first time. I'm actually like smiling because I'm so happy
buddy?
I said that right.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Like someone you could trust to not only help, but to shut the fuck up about it afterwards.
Well, I'll also say like the friends that do bad things may not be a best friend, but they're just used to doing bad things.
Yeah.
I know a guy. I knew a couple guys.
I
who was
know
like,
a guy.
I know a guy. I used to know two guys. Now there's only one guy. Of like if I killed somebody, I would definitely give that guy a call. Because like I probably wasn't the first one he hit. For the other guy, I knew definitely I wasn't the first one that he hit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, he went to prison for it. So
Oh, fair enough.
yeah,
That's why
so
I
I
just
can
wanted-
talk about that. But
Yeah, no, and I won't because that's the hide-a-buddy boundary.
yeah,
It's alliteration night. I'm gonna try to keep going with this. So like, what are the different qualifications? What are the different tiers?
well, I wouldn't say like hide a body buddy would be the number one tier.
No?
like no. Like I said, like those guys, like I'm not gonna hang out with those people all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant not so much as qualifications,
I'm talking about
but
actually
but
hiding a body
as trust.
as trust. The people that I've known for a really long time, people who I could be myself with.
Yeah.
So like Los Stews, I can be myself with. I can be myself with. Those are probably like, that's like the highest thing, like the ones where you can be yourself with.
True
like,
self.
I can't be myself at work. I would scare the shit out of those people. You kidding me? They have no idea. They have no idea. And what's weird is like the people who I'm myself with the most are usually people who like me the most, but I don't feel comfortable acting like myself in front of some people because I don't 100%. I don't trust how they're going to act. And maybe that's me being a dick.
Are you afraid of?
It's like it's professional things and like the way that they handle themselves, and it's like
right. But are you afraid of your expectations, how they're going to act, or are
I-
you afraid of what they actually?
I
will?
have
It's still up in the air.
I have I don't think imposter syndrome ever goes away, especially like if you're a poor kid who works in a profession where like, you know, where millionaires hang out. It never goes away. Like I never feel like I belong there. So I think that's part of it. It's like, this is what rich people act like. And I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't act like me. I'm a little bit more reserved, I think. Every once in a while I kind of hang loose. Or like people who I'm a mentor to, I don't act like myself in front of them either. There's no way. There's no way I'm acting like myself in front of those people. Don't be like daddy. don't be anything like me. I'm like, dude, I didn't get into this fucking gig until my late 30s. Don't do anything like me. I don't. But there's people who like were able to do what they wanted to do, like out of the gate, and they never ran into any issues. I have nothing in common with those people.
Yeah.
I had nothing but bumps along the way.
But I mean, everyone's journey makes them who they are. Like, the worst thing in my mind you could do is like, I wish that thing wouldn't have happened, right? Like all the bad things. And it's not, I don't mean worst as in like the worst thing that can happen, but it's like, you're not you anymore. You're somebody else. You're an amalgamation of what could have been. It's the sliding doors theory.
I'm a watered down version of myself to most people.
Yeah. So that's a shame. You know, I wish we could be more open and more ourselves. And then, but at the same time, I look at people doing that in public and I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you being so flamboyantly yourself? And then I check myself and it's like, I think that's been one of my big realizations the past few years is like, Jesus Christ, don't yuck someone's yum. You know, like if they're fucking happy and they're finding themselves, whatever that may be. You like Transformers the movie? Fucking cool. How is that hurting me? You like reality TV? It's a media. It's a thing you enjoy at home and maybe you get to talk to someone at a convention about. You know what I mean? Like you get to find that kinship. Why do we demonize other people just for liking things?
Well, I mean,
when it doesn't harm others.
Well, what if
No
it doesn't
ill will.
harm you? If it doesn't harm you,
What do you mean?
if they're not harming you, are you fine with it?
Well, that's what I mean, right?
What if they're harming others that aren't you? Are you okay with them harming others?
No ill will to another being without consent from that being.
What if it's intolerance to the intolerable?
Meaning?
What if it's like
that's the
it's like
tolerance paradox.
Yeah, that's the punching a Nazi thing. But you have to remember that like for a civilized society, you have to be intolerant to the people.
Totally disagree with that.
You have to be intolerant to the people who are intolerant.
You have to be intolerant to those who are intolerant.
Yes, and that is the paradox.
Yes, but like it should be. Because if a group of people are literally wanting the ill will of someone else, we should not stand up for their rights anymore.
What if they genuinely believe it though?
It doesn't matter.
There are people.
It doesn't matter.
I know, but you got to remember, like, there's people, and they're fucking wrong. Let me throw that out there.
Okay.
But there's people who think that like Obama's the reason that their lives, why their poor decisions. It wasn't their poor decisions.
Of course not. It was somebody else's.
It was somebody else's decisions.
Be the victim.
And they've had somebody tell them, yeah, it isn't your fault. It's this person's fault. You should blame them. And they believe it, 100% believe it. You could put them on a lie detector test and they would believe it 100%.
It doesn't change the issue.
I'm just saying.
You are not understanding. You are not opening your mind to other possibilities. You are only regurgitating what you're being force-fed, but more so it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. If you fully fucking believe there is a God in a heaven with a beard and a harp, you can believe that all day. That does not make it right. For you, does it bring you solace? Does it bring you peace? Does it bring you acceptance and joy to believe in a God? That's fucking great.
What if I say...
But the moment you inflict that upon someone else,
what if I
saying
say
that they're wrong for not doing it?
This
that's
group,
the problem.
This group is accepting of me as long as we follow this book. And this book, I'm reading the book. It says I have to hate these people.
There you go.
It's in the book.
But that doesn't. That's,
Yeah, but those are my friends. You're not my friends. Those are my friends.
you just negated the cause.
These are my friends, and we follow the book. And the book's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Everybody likes the book. Everybody's
sells
read the
well,
book.
doesn't it?
It sells well, especially if you kill people who don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe in this book. They wholeheartedly believe in it. Even if there's lots of the other parts of the book.
So I'm going to read something that I stand by my life with. Okay. Argue with me on any of these. And you know me well enough to know that if you argue with me, I will listen to your fucking side. I won't shut it out
Mind
completely.
you, I'm merely playing devil's advocate.
I know
here.
you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
That's what makes a good fucking conversation.
Yeah.
It's weird to have a conversation with someone who honestly believes the same thing verbatim. It's fucking boring.
We believe the same thing. we should get a book and make other people believe in our book.
So, number one, there's only 7 things. All right. Number one should strive to act within compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance within reason.
Is this the Church of Satan that you're going to be
It
reading?
is not the Church of Satan. It's Satanic Temple.
Satanic Temple.
Giant difference.
Yes.
Okay, I want that on the record. There's a giant fucking difference. One believes in the Christian belief of the devil, which was an invention of Christians. The devil did not exist before that. Okay, it is a antagonistic religion of Christianity. Satanic Temple believes free speech is wonderful, free religion is wonderful, but you need to be able to accept all of them. You can't whittle it down to just
Read
one
them.
for your benefit.
So the people who are listening, all one of them.
All one of them.
here.
Number one should strive to act within compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance with reason. That
Agreed.
okay. 2, the struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions.
Agreed.
3, one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone.
In conjunction with other tenants, agreed.
Because there's going to be something else here that
Like
can,
if somebody's going to do something, I'm definitely going to violate your body if you violate mine.
comes up. 4, the freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon another's freedom is to forego one's own. So that's what that's saying. If you if you do something ill will against somebody else, you are foregoing your will to have someone not do something ill will to you.
Is this like eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, do you think?
Kinda, but it's more about.
You think if I kill your friend, you should be able to kill one of my friends?
I did not say that.
Just because that is what I.
That is a good argument.
That is the what is it? The Gilgamesh
I am not saying I should or someone should.
code of Hammurabi.
You are giving up your right. You are giving up your ability to not have ill will done to you.
Okay.
It is not saying someone should. It is saying you are no longer
Once
safe.
you cross the line, you're on my side of the line,
Yeah, right.
motherfucker.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me. 5, beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs.
So what do you believe about the cargo cult people?
I think it's absolutely fascinating that a mind can work that way, but that's psychology, and I mean that's a really deep fucking study. That's
that is
amazing.
people thought that they didn't believe in science. They believed in the cargo that was going to fall from the sky
Right.
and their traditions that would make it happen.
Again, you can believe whatever you want. Does not make you right.
What if people in that tribe, they're on an island. They're on an island, right? And those people have children. What if one of their children doesn't go through the actions? What if they don't go on the imaginary radio and say, tune in Tokyo in just the right way, that your father and your father's father and your father's father did it to make sure that the cargo shows up, right? They don't do it.
Okay.
Okay. And then like cargo doesn't show up.
Okay.
And you'd be like, well, we did everything right. And we've been on this island living for a long time. because we wore the hat. We pretended to do the imaginary plane. We did all the things except for like now this one person isn't doing the tradition and it didn't now all the bad things are happening. So now we have to do something about that person.
That's a belief. That's not a
Yeah, but their
scientific
belief
fact.
is that that person is now starving everybody on that
Yes.
island because they didn't get any cargo. That has nothing. And scientifically, we know that's not true.
True.
But according to the beliefs on everybody on that island, except for
Right.
that one person,
Right.
that person is ruining the world and is going to be their death.
Your argument of this is saying that if the percentage of people who believe in one thing is higher, that makes that justifies.
If the cargo only comes to the island when they do the thing, and the one person doesn't do the thing,
Yeah.
and they don't get any cargo, they're making it's a false dichotomy, but it's still that's their belief. It's your fault. What do they do with that person?
Do no ill will because your body is your own.
But he's doing ill will to all of you
He is.
because he didn't wear the coat
Based on a belief.
and he didn't, but that's the belief. That's what's kept them alive.
Exactly. That is a belief. That is not a scientific
That
fact.
kept them alive. And to them, if they don't, they have to do the things. And
Yeah.
if they don't do the things, the bad things happen.
So this has been now a scientific fact is provable by repeatable actions.
To them, they've always done the thing.
Okay.
And their fathers always did the thing.
Sounds
And their
more-
fathers always did the thing. As far as they know,
Yep.
it's happened forever.
Sounds like a superstition for sports.
Okay, but they've always done the thing. And then
Right.
once they stopped doing the thing,
Yes.
that it stopped happening. Now it's that person's fault.
I disagree.
To them, it isn't.
No, they can
This
believe.
is the allegory of the cave.
Yes,
This is
yes.
people are looking at the shadows.
Correct.
And if
It absolutely is.
and if they all made the shapes with the shadows,
Right.
the shadows gave them food. Well, one person didn't do the shadow thing. That's their only life they've ever known. They've only seen the shadows in the cave.
Right.
And as far as they know, that person is killing them and their children. Because that's their belief.
Yes, that's their
Because
belief.
not only is it belief, it's reality to them.
That's a good arguing point that is still factually incorrect.
I 100% agree with you. But I'm poking holes
Yeah, but-
in things because if that's their reality,
Yeah. But my reality can be getting laid every day. Just because I imagine my hand being a beautiful woman does not make it so.
but if you do it every day,
I do it every day.
I'm just saying, that's how this stuff happens. Like
Right.
people like Christianity, Islam,
Yeah.
Hinduism, like these things have been around for 1,000 years. And to them,
Right.
that those shadows have always done them right, but bad things are happening now. Like a black man being in office and all hell's gone to hell in a handbasket. And, they lost the family farm or they their business that they, didn't know how to run to begin with, but the
Right.
economy was really good. And even though the idea of the American dream was an occurrence that happened between 1945 and 1965 has never happened any time before then or any
Or
time
after.
after then.
Yeah.
And we've somehow based ourselves on an ideology that never really was going to happen unless the world burns, and we're the only working economy in the world. Then yeah, that totally could work. But yeah, what were we talking about?
Number 6.
Number 6.
People are fallible. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it and resolve any harm that might have been caused.
Now, see, and they're like, hey, Jimmy, you didn't wear the hat. You didn't make the vroom vroom noises, just like Grandpa did. Now, we're going to let you do one time. We're going to let you, what was your wording again?
I never want to be a part of any group that makes you wear a hat or deters you from wearing a hat.
Essentially, when I'm saying all this stuff, you know what this is? It's Mad Max. That's exactly what happened in Mad Max. All the kids, they pretended...
Yeah.
They pretended like all those things because they wanted Mad Max to come back. They were
Right.
the original cargo cult. And that occurred in that particular part of the world. And I wonder if those kids from Mad Max were based off of the cargo cults. So what was the terminology that you used?
Oh, yeah,
there?
yeah. People are fallible. If
Okay.
one makes a mistake, one should be able to do their best to rectify it if it's caused any ill will for someone else.
So, Jimmy, are you going to rectify your mistake of making us all starve because you didn't wear the hat? And
See-
then Jimmy goes, no, I'm not going to. Now what? Now what's the next one?
Well, hold on. People are fallible. People can screw up.
According to them, he's the only person who screwed up. The whole island said that Jimmy screwed up.
But population and percentage does not dictate what is
The
right
whole
or
island
not.
said that Jimmy screwed up.
That
And they
doesn't mean
100%
anything.
of the time, if they do the things, the cargo shows up.
that needs to be proven. Time and
They're
time
alive.
again.
Their proof is that they're alive.
That's not a good enough proof.
But they're alive.
Proof needs to be
They're
identifiable
alive
scientifically.
because they wore the hat and they pretended like they were planes. That's why they're alive.
I applaud you for taking this stance just
but-
because it's so
I know.
difficult for me to put the red hat on and you're just slapping it on like a motherfucking like a trucker.
I know.
So honestly, I do applaud you trying to argue this. That it is remarkable.
I believe in all those things, but yeah.
I know you do.
Go on.
It's just shocking how
I
like
just love to
convicted you can
argue.
be.
My wife would agree with that.
And that's why you come over here.
Yeah. Because she's like, get out of the house. Go argue with Jay, you idiot.
Every tenet, says 7, every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word.
Okay. So everybody that was there was doing the right thing.
By their belief standards.
By their belief standards.
Yes.
No, because according to them,
That's still belief.
if they did the thing,
Yes.
it's not belief.
It is.
to them, and the cargo cults isn't the only other place this happened. You saw this, like in the Aztec empires. Like they thought you had to fucking drench those steps with blood, or if you didn't, the sky, like literally, the sun wouldn't rise again. Like you had to do it. If they didn't kill people, the sun wouldn't rise again. And that's the way that the cargo cult, like Jimmy's like really fucking these people over. They're never, just like the sun never rising again, they're not going to get their cargo because of Jimmy. So what would be justice in this case? Would it be just for them to just, I don't know, like if everybody in the island's got to do it and Jimmy refuses to do it, they're going to get rid of Jimmy, aren't they? I know it. I've seen this 100 times.
Well, by fallible mindsets, yes, that would
By
be
minds that believe, they have faith
Yeah.
that it is true, and their proof is that they're alive and their ancestors alive by following tradition. They're gonna fucking off Jimmy, aren't they?
I'm gonna
God
quote-
damn it, they're gonna do it. I
I'm
know
gonna-
it.
I'm going to quote the philosopher
Philosophizer.
Kevin Smith on this.
Okay.
Faith is a dangerous thing. It's better to have ideas because ideas can change.
I agree. But faith is what kept them alive, especially if they live in faith is what kept them alive because they work in the fields. Let's think about the people.
Reword it. Faith
is
is what
kept-
they believe has kept them alive.
Faith is what kept them alive. They live in the mountains. They work in mines. They work the fields.
Are we talking Tennessee, Kentucky?
I'm trying to name all of them.
all right.
They've worked the oil fields. What are some of the other things that they've done? They've done all of these things, and they shouldn't have made it through. But their faith is the thing that kept them through. Their traditions of what kept them through.
They believe the faith is what has kept.
But
kept
their
them.
belief is the fact that they're alive, and they're just doing what everybody else did. So they just want to continue to do what everybody else did. Kind of like chopping off your boy's dick. Why do you chop off part of your son's dick, Dave? Well, somebody chopped off part of my dick.
Yeah.
And I'm fine, so he'll be fine.
Yep.
Isn't it weird how that works?
Yep.
How everybody's dick part of your dick just got chopped off because of tradition.
I think too much of mine got chopped off.
I know, like
I'm a little
most of mine got
disappointed.
chopped
Yeah.
off, really.
Like, I'm still waiting for the check in the mail for that one.
Yeah. So it could be a dangerous thing. Tradition. And if you can figure out how to weaponize tradition It's even more dangerous. But nobody would do that.
No
right?
one.
No.
No one
No. No. But Jimmy, you got to go. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That's not going to be the end of the podcast, by the way, but that could have been a really good end.
It was like such a good ending. It was such
there's
a good
so many
ending.
other things that we have to talk about.
Like your whole lead up was so goddamn good too. I'm like, Jason, just shut the fuck up. Like let him cook.
Let him cook.
I just saw the stew going, man. I saw the bubble and I'm like,
I know.
fucking go.
Yeah, dude, you kidding me? It's fucking
I know,
super
I know.
early.
It's only been like
So what
an
we
hour.
need, Jay,
Yeah.
to save Jimmy.
Oh, yeah?
What do we need? What does Bonnie Tyler say?
Who's Bonnie Tyler?
Oh, come on.
No, that's what Bonnie Tyler says. She walks out and she's like, who's Bonnie Tyler?
Tyler? Okay, here. Okay, what would Johnny Five from Short Circuit 2 say?
Los locos kick your face. No, los locos kick your balls.
Los locos kick your ass.
Yeah.
Los locos kick your face.
Los locos kick your balls into outer space.
But also, when Johnny Five is swinging on cranes from one location to another, you're going to hear, I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. He gotta be fast and he gotta be good.
And we just
he
got
gotta be larger than
demonetized.
life, Larger than life. We need a hero, Jay.
So sloth.
Yeah. Hey, you guys.
I just rewatched
Tell me
that.
about
So good.
Tell me about heroes.
Oh.
See, that was like a great
It was
build-up.
such a great Mr. Show fucking connection.
that was a great build-up.
and I just sat there
You're
taking
like-
a shit on everything.
Did you know in Goonies there's a guy that wears a Superman shirt?
There's an octopus
Yes.
that's supposed to be there.
I got a baseball card with the octopus on it, but there was no octopus in the movie. That actually happened, by the way.
They actually said that at the end of the movie when they're talking to their mom about
Yep.
everything. They're like, then the octopus.
Yeah, so when they had the Topps baseball cards of the Goonies
That
came
I
out,
didn't know.
I had the octopus card.
Get the fuck
I remember thinking,
out.
this isn't in the movie. But when they talked about it at the end, I was like so confused. I was just like, are they talking about this card?
Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder how much that card is worth. The infamous octopus
don't
Topps
know.
Goonies baseball card.
Someone out there should do research for us and email us at welcometobuttertown@gmail.com. And on that note, we don't have any emails. So going back to John's perfectly teed up transition, I'm going to slowly go into this trying to remember what the fuck I was talking about. I had a thought this week that our culture, our generation, and I'm sure other generations as well, grew up with the idea of heroes, right? Like you want to talk true lineage, you can go back to Homer's Iliad, right? That the hero's journey, the hero went on an adventure, came home, saved the town, saved the world, blah, blah, blah. Heroes have been a part of our lexicon, our identity for fucking ever, and it is worth $9. I am sorry.
I'm still listening.
That was kind of a bummer. I was really waiting for you to like flip that around and be like, I don't have to pay mortgage this month.
I don't have it anymore. So, different.
Did a bully in junior high also rip up your card as well?
No. I told you I met him and told him
You
what he
did.
did.
You did. And he didn't remember it.
He didn't remember it, but he felt very bad.
Whatever. It is right now. It's only a talking point to make people go what, and then I go back about my day. So heroes, like we grew up with the idea, like when I was a kid, right? We idolized Spider-Man. We idolized Superman. We idolized all these superheroes. We idolized Luke Skywalker. We idolized John McClane, the people who stood up and did extraordinary things and always swooped in to save everyone when they were in danger. And what's really kicking me in the teeth now with everything that's happening and really kind of making me refocus my care, my give a shit ability to the rest of the world of all the horrible fucking things that are happening all the fucking time is that there are no heroes. There are no superheroes. There are no people in caped uniforms swooping in at the last second to save us, to save anybody. And it was kind of disheartening to feel that, to actually know in my core that I'd always hoped somebody was trying to be Batman out there, right? They had money, they had skills, they had the mindset,
And they wanted to beat up low-level criminals instead of actually solving problems.
well, actually doing something. Yeah, doing something. And it's obvious that doesn't exist. And the thing that came out of this was that, yeah, I mean, that's a fucking kick to the teeth. But the beautiful thing is that real heroes are these people who just stand up for what's right. The people who voice an opinion when no one else is. And it's mostly women. The grand majority of these people are women who are vocalizing their distaste for ICE and the political environment right now.
Well, they have the most to lose. I mean, not well. You never want to piss off white women in America, but like white women just are getting their ability. They're losing their bodily autonomy, and that is,
Yes.
I mean, it's bananas that's going on, and I think that's a big reason.
Fucking A right.
Yeah.
And I think the reason more white men are not standing up is because, well, it doesn't affect me. It's not my problem. And like that is like the worst opinion to have right now. So I think these people who are actually standing up and saying something and doing something and fighting back and voicing their opinion, sometimes to the face of these people, these are heroes who I honestly believe are heroes. So moving forward, I don't want to see movies about Spider-Man or Superman or anyone. I don't want it. There is no fabric of connection in my mind that those people are people to look up to. I want the person who has everything to lose. Absolutely everything. When they stand up, that's my hero.
Well, okay, so I have a theory on that. Now, I've seen the heroism that you talk about. I would be dead if it wasn't for Sergeant Jackson. I've literally watched a guy pick up a cooking white phosphorus mortar and risk his own life and limb to save me and everybody else at his own risk. And he got a medal for it. I mean, he saved our lives.
By the way, that is my definition of a hero.
So your definition of heroism is reactive heroism. Like the fucking crazy shit you talk about are the people who are reacting. Like you can only react. So you're not the best. I was going to say reactive would be somebody who's like.
I thought you were trying to put a point.
No, I was trying to. So what you guys didn't see is I was trying to get Jay to actually catch something that I threw at him.
Yeah.
It just flopped on top of him and he did nothing.
Well, I thought
I
you were
to be a
going to
hero, Jay. So the people who are reactive
Yeah.
do like the really hero stuff, and it's because they have to. It's in the heat of the moment, or they have no other option. They're gonna do the fucking crazy ass shit. It's hard to be a proactive hero, and I don't think there are a lot of proactive heroes. When you even think of like about people and just the way that humans are, there are not many proactive people at all. You'll find they're like getting people to I mean, like just think about like how people handle their time and time management and stuff like that. Like being proactive is fucking hard.
Yeah, it is.
Like the only way you can get people to be proactive is like you have to pay them to do it. Like nobody, unless there's like going to be a reason to do it. Like people were reactive when like they lived out with settlers and everything. And like if they weren't doing stuff, they didn't react, they and their family would die. So are we at a point in America where this becomes when does it go from being a proactive to being reactive?
Oh, I think we're already seeing reactive as a
100%.
wild swath.
Yes, which is like you're seeing reactive from the women. You're seeing reactive from people of color. You're seeing reactive from immigrants and like people just trying to like save themselves.
Or save others in their community.
Or save others. Like you're going to get the knee jerk hero things that you're talking about. Like I am a little shocked that we haven't seen bullets flying yet. Like it is bananas to me that we haven't seen that yet. Like with masked men just coming in and doing stuff like it's.
I need this on the record. I don't want that.
No, neither do I. I am shocked that people have the I don't know, like maybe it's like they don't have the ability to protect themselves, or they're trying, like people are like, if I saw somebody running off with my wife, like I'm fucking getting arrested.
Yes,
like
same.
I don't think I could handle that. But like I've seen people who's in my neighborhood, a couple blocks from my house, there was literally a man was drugged into his car, crying and screaming as they drug him away, and right in front of his kids. Like that is just fucking awful.
This
like
is how
I
you make
don't think
freedom
I have
fighters.
the ability to do that. I don't. It's
Dude, okay.
you try. You're gonna like, I don't know. You tell yourself that, you know, and then there's fight, flight, freeze, or like the three things.
Fawn and yeah.
What's fawn?
Fight, flight,
freeze,
fawn, and fancy.
What's fawn and fancy?
Fawn is in order to survive, you go into like almost like a Stockholm syndrome thing where you fawn over the oppressor to make them keep you alive. And then fancy is to actually emotionally, psychologically engage as the opposite side. Like now you are no longer the victim, you are idolizing the oppressor.
I think the fight.
This is relatively
Yeah,
new.
yeah. I like fight, flight, freeze, or like are going to be reactionary things. Those other ones are.
They actually are like it's a fascinating fucking thing to read about, but people have been proven time and time again over history to fawn and fancy.
I would like to read more.
Yeah,
about that.
it was
That's
really
I've never heard
fucking
of those
cool.
before. But anyway, what were we talking about?
So on your note, the reactive area, I want to make two examples of, I think, proactive reactions. Okay, people who knew what was going to happen and reacted in a good manner to be a hero. Right. So I saw a video of this guy sitting in a car, and he's just waiting. Like the police are outside trying to yell at him to open the door. He doesn't. So they break it, and he just goes stone face. He doesn't get reactionary. He doesn't like lash out. I'd fucking freak out. If I saw my window being shattered, I'd probably go like, what the fuck? Something like that, right? These guys punch him in the face, and his face just comes right back up like he expected this to happen. And I've never felt so filled with admiration for a human being to hold their own in a situation like that. That was remarkable amount of self-awareness. Because if he would have reacted, regardless of what happened before that, he's the villain. Regardless. That's the problem with the whole ICE shit right now. The moment we stand up to them, we are the villain.
We become the evil Antifa that they're trying to
Yes.
talk about, which is completely ridiculous.
Yes. So on that note, I was
That does make a lot of sense. Now you're talking like Gandhi, and you're talking like
right. Martin Luther King, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So I was at one of these ICE raids. It was fucking horrifying. I realize a lot worse shit has happened. Okay. To my knowledge, no one died there. Okay. When I came home, I was overflowing with fucking emotions, not for what happened to me, but I literally came home, and I'll talk about the person I met there in a second, where I'm getting this to, but I got home, I stripped off my clothes in the garage, I came inside, I took a shower the way she told me to, and I just started fucking sobbing in the shower because I thought, I got to come home. I got to come home to a warm, safe house that I got to shower, that I get to, if I wanted to, pretend that whole shit didn't happen and I can go about my day. How many people are not? How many people are never get to see their home again, or never get to see their fucking families again, never get to see their fucking loved ones, their wives, their daughters, their fucking children. Ever. And it just fucking, I'm sorry I'm swearing so much. It was just so overwhelming that I couldn't understand how not everyone in the world is feeling like this all the time. It was crushing.
It's so frustrating to talk to people and they just stonewall you and say, well, they're criminals. It's so...
That's all I saw online too. In response to the whole fucking raid, it was like, yeah, well, he was part of a gang. He was a criminal.
You don't know anything, just other than what you're told.
Yes.
And for some reason, you won't believe anything but what you're being told by the guy with the red tie.
Oh, and they were also told, well, all the ICE agents, they had bricks and bottles thrown at them. I was there. I was 10 feet from them. They were snowballs. And they weren't snowballs. They were clumps of snow that disintegrated in the air.
Because it wasn't packing
Because
snow.
it wasn't packing snow. Anyway, hero. When tear gas started flying, this woman ran into the gas to drag people out. She ran in and was yelling commands. She was saying, cover your face, cover your eyes, bent over. It was very methodical. She had done this before. She knew her shit. People were bringing grocery carts full of water bottles and Visine.
Field generals. That's awesome.
Yes. There was like 3 other ones, right? But she was the one who caught my attention because she was closest to me. And she was telling people, she kept like going up to people who were like, bent over. And she's like, here's what you got to do. When you get home, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Next group, this is what you got to do. X, Y, Z. Get out of here. Go over there. Grab this. Here's a water bottle. Go put that in their eye. Blah, blah. Do not put water in your eye because it'll actually make it fucking worse. Don't put milk in your eye with tear gas because it really does not react the way it does with capsaicin. Capsaicin, it kills the capsaicin. She was so fucking on this, right? And she was like, okay, go over there. There's a house over there that's welcoming people. If you have to use the bathroom, go over there. She was so fucking good. I got her on camera, like giving like a quick, like 40 seconds. Like, what do people need to know? And she was so on it. She did it. And then she bolted out. She's like, I got shit to do. It was remarkable. Like that to me is a hero. That's someone. I'm not categorizing them as grabbing a grenade and throwing it back. I'm putting it on the fact that she did not have to be there.
100%.
And she didn't have to run into the fray.
She did.
Once it hit.
But she did.
But she did.
She is
without
a hero.
hesitation.
I'm not poo-pooing. She's a fucking hero.
But it was remarkable to me. And
I guess I wanted to kind of point out that like you're not seeing a lot of heroes because people aren't reacting to things. That's why you're not seeing heroes.
yeah, true. You see a lot of freeze.
Yes.
You see a lot of people fleeing because they don't want that shit to happen to them. I can't blame them. I'm not disparaging them to say that they're wrong. We react to things the way we react to.
Tactics have evolved that'll never allow, at least in the same manner, what occurred in like Selma in the South with Martin Luther King ever again. They figured out ways how to use propaganda and tactics to always make them the enemy.
Yeah.
So I think keeping your cool under fire in the face of masked men and taking a punch, I guess, is the new.
Because what happens if you fight back?
But it's like social media though, and the cowards on social media that just know nothing about it other than there's brown skin on those people, so they must be criminals.
Yeah.
And to just completely paste the comments with that, like at some point, people just have to see that and be like, all right, you're fucking disgusting. And I'm hoping that the stuff that's going on with the Epstein files and seeing how fucking absolutely gross and degenerate these people are, how they are not even human.
No, I agree.
And how they can like somehow put that together with what they're doing with immigrants and not treating them like humans, and like put that together and just be like, all right, I need to take a knee and not do this anymore. And then to slink back into the hole that they came from. It is frustrating that there's so many young men that are into this though, which is like really,
It's jaw dropping.
all the ones that are like actual pro Nazi, pro Hitler.
Yeah.
Like that. So fucking the Gen Z kids that aren't getting laid.
Well, I mean, it's not just that.
I think a lot of it is.
It's not just the incel though, because then you say, well, just get them laid and they're better. Sex isn't going to magically do it, because then they're just going to weaponize sex into being a pro-masculine, anti-feminine fucking horror camp of that.
Isn't that what the groypers are? Is that they won't even, like, they're so anti-woman that they don't want to have sex.
I mean,
They would rather
one
have
group.
sex with a.
There are people who believe this.
Aren't the groypers the ones that killed Charlie Kirk? Isn't the new face Fuentes? Isn't he like the new face of the young movement? He is the face.
I don't understand. I don't understand how anyone can stand up for Charlie Kirk at all. Don't fucking get it. But Fuentes as well. Oh my God.
I think I was speaking of Martin Luther King. There was something that I was reading where Martin Luther King remarked what the conservatives from the Chicagoland area were like, and he said that he went to a protest in a park, one of the parks in the Chicagoland area, or in Chicago, and he said that the violence that he saw from the conservatives of this area was unlike anything he'd ever even seen in the South. That they're worse here than they are there. And one of the reasonings for it was there were so many Eastern European people that came over here post World War II that just didn't give a fuck and were like mega violent. And like there's like a lot of Slavic people, my family included. There's a lot of Ukrainians, a lot of Russians, a lot of Croatians. There's a lot of like people from Yugoslavia, Serbia, Bosnia, so many places, and that they were just incredibly violent towards them. And I do think that there's like something really weird about the Chicagoland area Republican. And where I'm going with this is Charlie Kirk, Chicagoland area Republican.
Yeah.
And Fuentes, Chicagoland area Republican.
Yeah.
There's just something about this place where it's like real vitriol. And it might be that because this is such a stronghold, but then you'd say like, you're going to have like really crazy, militantly conservative people in New York or, LA or San Francisco or something like that, but they don't have it like we do. So
I'm unaware of these numbers or like the facts behind them. This is new to me.
Which numbers?
The number of, I don't like calling them right wing, but really that's all it is, because they're just proving left and right. Even if you stand up and say, well, I'm right wing, but I don't really like what Trump is doing. It's like, no, bitch, sorry. You're among them. Either you're with them or you're against them. There is no in between. So how hot is the hotbed here?
I mean, the whole like perimeter of the Chicagoland area, you find like these very white communities.
Yeah.
Plainfield, South Naperville, Oswego, all around like Lake County.
It sounds affluent.
Either affluent, those areas are affluent. Places that aren't as affluent would be like around Fox Lake, like Huntley, stuff like that. It's like all on the outskirts where they want to have all the positives of being in a metropolitan area that is, highly populated, but not have to deal with people of color. And, the white flight out of Chicago into the suburbs, and now like really push towards like literally like the outer ring.
Yeah.
Like those places are like blowing up with people where they want it white and they want it I don't know, and conservative.
I don't like that. That bums me out. I don't mean to laugh. It just upsets me. I like living in a town full of diversity.
Well, where we are,
Yeah.
where we live, won an award for being one of the most diverse place, like almost perfectly, like split, and awesome. I mean, like I love my neighbors, dude. My neighbors are awesome.
Yeah, same.
And here's the thing: is like there's nothing wrong with being like white.
No.
There's nothing wrong with being white.
I'm not a self-hating white person. I just hate.
But there's some white supremacists, and it's fucking crazy.
People.
You know, I'm sure there's Hispanic supremacists. I'm sure there's black
Yeah,
supremacists
yeah.
too. But like, I don't have to deal with them. But I have to deal with white supremacists.
Yeah. On this note, by the way, I want to give a shout out to the one person who's listening, but to the Elgin Police Department. Time and time again, they constantly impress me with how they're handling the community as a whole. And I know they're getting a lot of shit right now. People at the raid were screaming at them, telling them to fuck off and they're scum and shit like that. But they came up the street and the very first thing they did was like, they immediately went to people and asked who needs help, who's injured, who's tear gas in their heads. Like they said nothing else. They were just like, who needs help?
Yeah, I was.
That doesn't bode well.
I mean, I think that's great.
Yeah.
I like Elgin PD. I know that like I don't know. There's a lot of people that are upset about a lot of things, but like I know during like the George Floyd riots and everybody else's their towns are worried about things burning. Our cops were like dancing with the protesters.
Yes.
I thought that was so awesome,
Dude, okay. So I think I brought this up before, but I want to say a couple things about the Elgin Police just that has solidified it in my head. And it's on purpose that they do this shit, we know. But it's like, it worked. When Pokemon Go was a thing in 2017, and everyone was fucking out in the streets playing this game, the cops actually, the first day or two, there was a news post on Facebook that said, look, don't go out and play this game at midnight and blah, blah. And then by like 2 weeks later, they're like, we know you're going out at midnight to play this game. Just be safe. And then Andy and I were at the library one night with like maybe 50 other people in the middle of the night.
Were you playing?
Oh
Pokemon?
God, yeah. It was stupid amount of fun.
I never got to play.
It was so much fun. It's still a thing if you play it. It's ridiculous fun. But this cop came up and pulled up next to us. We're all just standing out there like right next to the library. And the cop comes up and he rolls his cherries and he goes, hey. And everyone looks up really quick. He goes, did you know there's a Snorlax right across the street? Everyone was like, yeah! Like everyone was like really happy. And he goes, hey. And then he played the theme song over the loudspeaker. And I was like, if you do nothing else this week, you just made like 52 people utterly convinced that you're good people.
That's awesome.
And then during the No Kings protest, they were going around checking with everyone, making sure they were okay. And then they were the ones who said, okay, don't go over there. We found ice trucks over there. So stay away from that block. And I thought that was really commendable. They let everyone protest because it's a right. Mm-hmm. They didn't fight it. I mean, there was a lot of vulgarity being shouted, which again is going to be my theory once all this bullshit is over. Knock on wood, hopefully it will be. Vulgarity is going to be a thing of the past. I honestly believe it.
What do you mean?
The word fuck is no longer going to be a demonized word. And if you do try to censor it, you are of the ilk of repression. You are of the ilk of wanting to keep people down. Swear words are only that way because the elite deemed them to be. The word ain't was an actual proper grammar term until poor people started using it. And then the rich said, well, that's not a real word. You can't use that word. That's our word. So they said they erased it from the dictionary. If you tell me I can't say a word to exemplify how I am feeling, why? What makes that better of you?
So hold on.
I think vulgarity is going to be dead.
Do you how do you feel if somebody says, I don't want my kid to hear that?
Then don't bring your kid outside. If you're coming into my house, if you're coming out to a public place, if I'm coming into your house, that's a different subject. There's a lot of things that I believe in that I'm not going to talk about in public because it's no fucking buddy else's business.
But you would, like, if somebody like politely said, hey, can you not swear on my kid? You would like just start screaming. in their
No,
face?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it like antagonistically. How I would handle it, I think, would justify like the time period would have to justify how I'm reacting to it. If we're running away from bullets and someone says, hey, can you not swear around my kid? I'm sorry, little cunt, but your parent does not believe in the hierarchy of
But like if they're at a children's park, they're at a park with the playground that kids are playing on.
Yeah.
And you just want to like get on a loudspeaker and say, like, start dropping F-bombs.
No, but see, that's infringing on someone else's well-being. And
You just
I
said
don't do
that vulgarity doesn't exist.
No, I said vulgarity will be a thing of the past.
When?
I don't know.
I don't think that's going to happen in our lifetime.
Oh, I think
Not
we
a-
will
not a
start
chance.
to see it.
Not a chance.
Dude,
How?
we
Dude.
had a TV broadcast show say shit.
The ins
People
and
lost
outs,
their mind.
the ins and outs of things, as far as like there being an in group and an out group,
Yeah.
that is as old as humans. That it's never going to go away.
Highly disagree. This didn't really come into practice until the late 1800s.
Dude, there's been in groups and out groups
No, in groups, out
probably
groups, yes.
for
But you're talking vulgarity.
150,000 years.
Okay.
And you think it's just going to stop now because of AI?
for swear where the your fucking arguments are so all over the place. You're
What
like
are you
talking
talking- no.
You're like talking to a MAGA.
No, what are you talking about? No, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, you are playing MAGA hat.
But
right
I
now.
am. What? Did you honestly think that I'm MAGA?
No, God no.
Okay.
I wouldn't allow you in the house.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because I do think that, like, I'm not going to like, I love swearing. I fucking love to swear.
yeah.
But like, if I see a kid, I will self,
Yeah.
of
course.
What is that word?
Self-regulate?
Self-regulate.
Yeah. Which I get.
But I remember I was with somebody who was dropping C-bombs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cunt this, cunt. Oh, so he was sucking my fucking cunt lips and she's like yelling at it. And we're at a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant. And I was just like, hey, dude, chill out. Like, there's kids here. And they fucking jumped in my ass with both feet. Fuck them. Those fucking fuckers could listen whatever the fuck I want. They can go fuck themselves and you could go fuck yourself. And I'm like,
and
dude.
that's my point right there. My point is to never infringe on someone else's well-being.
But I had this exact conversation.
I'm not trying to be antagonistic.
Those people
That's
didn't say
fucked
to
up.
do it,
Yeah,
but it was
right,
loud enough.
Right.
And for some reason, I could, like, the F-bomb. Yeah, it's not really. I mean, the people use F-bomb. It's the cunt. That is like, there's a lot of people where I think they really hear that and they're like,
Why?
no. I don't know. Ask them.
I'm vastly
ask culture.
I would love to. Like, seriously, that's wildly fascinating to me because I don't understand why any word would upset you.
I'm just saying, but it does upset people.
Yeah, but why?
It doesn't upset me. I personally wouldn't swear around kids, and I can't answer for everybody.
Oh, correct.
But I'm just saying, you're going to come up against a lot of resistance. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean that it's not going to upset people.
Okay, my argument was never, I'm going to start this wave.
You just
by
said
swearing. I'm
it's not
saying-
going to exist anymore for some weird reason. And the reason I brought up AI is that as far as innovations go, it's the
Yeah.
only thing that's like really coming up new that would like push us into like a different echelon of things.
I actually did disagree. I think the bigger pushing in the echelon is the shitting on people, the open, not the blatant disregard for human life.
People are definitely going to swear more.
Yeah, but
And people are still going to be upset about it.
But, like,
especially the haves. The haves will definitely still be upset.
they will be upset.
And the have-nots, which is going to be more,
Yeah.
they're going to like totally swear more.
Yeah. So what I am
So if you're saying that
Hypothesizing.
you're assuming that people are going to swear more because of AI,
No.
and
No,
it
no.
won't be a bad word
AI
anymore.
had nothing to do with it. I think we demonize things because usually they are the nth degree of a situation, right? We demonize the idea of gangs, right? Because that's the worst thing that could happen to
Well,
America.
if poor people are doing it, it's bad. But if rich people are doing it, it's okay.
Agreed.
It's private armies when you have money. It's just
There you
poor
go.
people when
There
they
you
take
go.
care
Thank
of
you.
themselves.
But like,
And it's cuisine when they do it, and
you
it's
demonize
just it's
one thing
swill
because
when,
it's the
when
worst
they do
thing
it.
that could happen, right? But when worse things are happening on a daily basis, and then you look at something like swearing, you're like,
It's low on the totem pole.
who cares?
So if you talk to people who are religious,
Yeah.
some of them like they consider the
Oh.
mind and body a temple,
Be careful.
and they feel like swearing is beneath them.
Okay, be careful where
And
you're
they
saying
don't
religious. though.
want to. In this case, it would be Christians.
Okay.
They believe swearing is beneath them and it's dirty, and it's like it's to them it's like not using your blinker. To them, it's like it's so easy not to do it.
Perfect analogy, by the way.
It's so easy. I came up with that right now. It's so easy not to do it.
Put a stamp on the day, John.
Yeah.
Your day's done.
It's so easy not to swear that they don't.
Yeah.
And for that reason, it's like, okay.
But it doesn't
And I
make
get it.
someone better just for the vernacular they use.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I agree. There's a girl I swear all the time at work, and there's a girl I work with who is very Christian. She goes on her trips to other countries to talk to people and do all the
great.
things. And she asked me why I swear so much, and I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
And why the fuck don't you?
And I told her, I said, when I was younger, and I also felt that way. There was a time when I was younger where I would swear around you guys, but then it kind of during my more
You're a Christian.
yeah, there was like a
Yeah.
little Christian phase I had going on, saying some stupid shit. But I also felt like, swearing was, it's just a simple thing where you just don't do it. And it's beneath me. And people who swear they don't have anything important to say. This is what I used to think.
There it is.
This is where people who swear, they aren't smart enough to use other words.
You're less than.
And then you're less than, exactly. And that once going in the military, I was just like, all these swear words are like really great parts of the lexicon that really, really describe how I'm feeling at
it's
the time.
spice on a meal, man.
It is spice on a meal. It makes things a little bit funnier, makes things a little bit sadder,
more poignant.
make things a little bit more poignant. It's like an exclamation point. And that's what I told her. It's like swear words are like exclamation points.
It's like bolding a word in a sentence.
Bolding a word,
Or
exclamation point, underlining. It's
Yeah.
it's like fucking hell. Like and that, I'm not gonna, and I said that real people swear. I flat out just told her real people swear, and that I distrust people who don't swear because it makes me weirded out.
Because what are you hiding?
Because what are you hiding? And she just kind of said, and that's really all that I got out of it. Today has been a great day of me just giving you shit for things that I 100% believe in. I just like watching you squirm. That's really all that it is. We haven't podcasted in a while, and I need to upset somebody. And I don't want my wife to leave me, so
I've noticed that's been your MO for years.
I know. God, I'm so happy I still have friends. I just want to argue, and I don't know why.
I think
I don't know what it is. It's really it's a weird thing.
it's helpful to to realize that it's antagonistic for the sake of conversation.
I only do it with for the most part, for the people who I'm most comfortable with are the people that I do it to.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
yeah.
I love you and I'm sorry. It's just the thing.
Same.
And then there's people who I don't like, but I just want to feed stuff to watch them get upset.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the watch it. I'm going to say this, motherfucker.
I'm okay with it. I will say it throws me for a loop sometimes because of the ADD brain, where it's like, but John once said that he believes in this, so why would he ever think anything
I know,
otherwise? And
I
like,
know.
I can't fathom that.
I know.
You're fucking with me.
And it's hard to go back and forth. Yeah, I know. And you know what? My wife and I will have been married 10 years a year from the end of next month.
Oh my
I
God.
know, right? And she still is like not used to it whatsoever. She really just gets really irritated by it.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Going to some friend's house in Aurora.
That's nice.
Christmas Eve is really our big day because that was my mom and dad's
I remember.
anniversary. So we're going to be going to my mom's house tomorrow.
Please send her my love.
Yeah.
Please, please. Give her
I'm
a
going
big fucking hug
to
for me.
I'm gonna see my brother. And
You are?
Yeah. I'll see Mike.
Wait,
Mike,
Mikey?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Dude, you don't need to explain.
Older brother doesn't want to have anything to do with this. But I think I actually got a message saying that my niece is not going to be there, so it might just be my ma, Heather, Mikey, and I.
Okay.
Which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. I don't think Mikey listens to the podcast, so I'm going to tell you what I got him.
Oh, yeah.
I got him my dad would drink blackberry brandy.
Oh.
My dad loves blackberry brandy.
This is becoming such a big thing.
well, my family, I guess, has been drinking it for
Really?
decades. And what's really funny is when I was working at another place, there was a guy who was from Croatia, said that there's a particular Croatian alcohol that's essentially, it's instead of the blackberries, it's grapes. But like they would drink it for everything, and it was like
Okay.
a low alcohol thing.
Okay.
And my dad, he did like Jack Daniels, but like he mostly just drank blackberry brandy. Like he loved that. His father always drank that stuff. And so I got a bottle of that for Mikey, and I don't know if he really likes the nostalgia stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
So I got him that.
That was a well thought out. You're very good at gift giving. You've always been very good at gift giving.
My ma was really good at gift giving, or is really good at gift giving.
Yeah.
And I got Mikey a pocket knife. I got him the same one. Nick gave me a pocket knife, and I liked it so much that I got Mikey the exact same one.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a little green one. I might have it on me. No, I don't have it on me. It's there's one that you gave me for
the wedding.
I have no idea where it is. I'm so upset by that. I had the one that Nick gave me. I had the one that you gave me forever and ever, and I have no idea where it went. And yeah.
I'm learning things leave us and or show up in our lives when they're supposed to.
Yeah.
That just means
It's very frustrating.
You don't need it right now.
I knew like exactly where it was. I think it's still in the house.
Then
But I moved a bunch of times.
Swear to God, it's
Now
just
that I'm
gonna
saying
show
it
up.
out loud, I think I know where it is. I think I know. I think I know where it is. But yeah, I've been looking because I would go in between the one that Nick gave me and the one that you gave me all the time. Yeah, I gotta find that.
I met a guy recently who makes his own knives. They're very expensive, but like insanely sharp.
Isn't it crazy how sharp you can get a knife?
And I watched him sharpen it too. It was like
Yeah, they can like cut paper
years
with
of
it.
dedication.
It's crazy.
It's wild. But then what he does is he shaved his neck. And he goes, if someone's going to shave their face, they're not showing you how it's really, really done. Like you can shave your face and do it pretty easily, but your neck will cut easier. And I was like,
That's true.
I didn't know that.
Well,
So-
I've cut myself lots of times. Never on my face, but always on my
I
neck.
always cut myself with my balls. But like, but he starts shaving his neck dry. And like he just shows me like the whole fur on top of the thing. I was like, Jesus Christ.
How much hair does this dude have to,
Yeah,
to,
I was like-
to
like-
call it fur?
Like you've been doing this all weekend. How much fur do you have left? He goes, yeah, that's why there's like just lines down his neck. I thought it was
of
funny.
testing it out.
Yeah. I mean, he's selling them for like $700 or $800 a pop.
Isn't that bananas? I know Tommy like really got into knives.
Yeah, he got really into it.
Knives are cool. There's like a knife that I really wanted.
Tell me,
actually, there's
it's
two
a crawl
knives.
knife.
There's two knives that I really want. No, but like in my head, it's exactly what I want. I want a river knife when I go to the Boundary Waters.
What's a river knife?
River knife is like, it's always awesome to be able to go on. Okay, how do I? You'll need a knife for shit all the time when you're on the river, but it has to be really accessible. But you can't, if you drop it, it can't stab the canoe. So it has like a blunted tip with some river knives, they'll have a ring to keep your finger in it so you won't drop the knife.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they'll have a ring in there so you can't drop it. And the kind that I like the real wide thin blades, because when we're doing our canoe trips, this is like when you work in between the two canoes, or no, even when it's just like Burley and I, or whoever we're going with, like when you're cutting food, like you'll often have like cheese or summer sausage or whatever you're cutting. When you'll cut it, you'll serve it to them on the knife, and the wider the knife is, the easier it is to hold it on.
Oh, that's clever.
So and also the larger knives are a little bit easier to be able to chop with when you're doing all your
totally easier.
cutlery stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've always wanted a good river knife. And I've seen there's some that are really good, but I don't know, like fuck, it's so expensive. And it's hard.
I mean,
it's
you
hard
get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. And I know it's hard for me to like justify the purchase when I go on a trip like once a year. I didn't get to go last year.
You also go once a year.
I go once a year.
If you went twice, that'd be a different story. Like twice ever.
Yes, yeah. I hope I still get to keep going. Burley went with his daughter last year.
Oh, man.
I don't have any kids, unfortunately. And I hope that there'll be room for me on the trips, but he goes with another guy who has a kid, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna, at least I don't know if I'll ever go with him. So
Who else would you go with?
Nick would love to go. I know you would not like to go. I would love to go with you, but
Summer.
I don't think you would go. Well, if you go in May, it's still cold.
This last year has been very different. I didn't complain once about the heat this year. That was really weird. I didn't realize that until like September.
It was hot. This was
And
a
I was
really
like,
hot summer.
It was fine.
Well, when we go, it's in May. It's cold ass water though. I don't know. Like
I don't know. Being in nature sounds very therapeutic right now.
that type of nature. If you ever wanted to go, we would have to do an easier trip.
I don't think I could do anything near what you do.
Like we'd have to like.
I joke about being the homebody, but it's not far from the truth.
That's why I mentioned Nick. I would totally go with you.
Yeah, Nick would be.
I know Nick would be down.
Nick would be down like, hey, Nick, what are you doing tonight?
For
He's
sure.
like, I'm ready to go.
I know Fredo would be down,
Fredo would be good too, yeah.
but he doesn't live there. I know Bob would love to go, but I don't know if his body is able to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've tried to like see if Heather wanted to go. But she's like, I think she's scared of my stories. Maybe like it's good that I tell her exactly what they're like, but
Agreed.
like, they can be. It's absolutely beautiful, but like when it gets really scary there, it gets really scary. Like the last time I was there
That was terrifying.
this was fucking terrifying. But I hope I get to go again. You know, and like some of the trips we were doing, we've pushed really far in. But like you don't have to. Like you can just go out to one location and just kind of set up camp for a week or two. Maybe move a lake or two in. You still won't see anybody.
I don't think I could do 2 weeks. That scares me.
We do like 7 days.
That's a long time. I'm terrified to go on vacation that long. You know what I mean?
You won't have access to your phone, so you
Yeah.
won't have to worry about it because you won't get anything. So we bring a radio. Like to me, like we can just get NPR is really the only station we can grab.
That's okay.
I love it. I like just being out on the lake and having NPR in the background and collecting firewood and starting a fire. I love that. That's like what my vacations sound like. I love the sound of that
Really?
radio. Yeah.
I think I'd like to try something like a micro version of that. I need to dip my toe in before I go swimming. You know what I mean?
Lakes are different than rivers. I prefer lake trips over river trips. I think lake water can get a lot scarier. But you're in control of where you go for the most part, unless it's really windy. River trips, you just got to go wherever the river's going to take you.
Oh yeah, good point.
And you don't I don't think you have to. In some ways, you don't have to paddle, but in some ways, you have to be way better at paddling. If the water's moving really fast, then you have to be able to read where the where the rocks are, because you'll hit like little little spinners and all sorts of shit.
Jesus.
And you got to be able to see it, pretty far out so you know where to aim. Usually you're just like, you're looking down the river for V's and you just aim for the middle of the V for the most part. And if you
Holy
see any big
shit.
V's, then if you don't, then you dump or something like that. You hit a rock, you lose all your shit.
How many times does that happen?
Dump once ever to me.
Okay.
Yeah, one time.
That had to be scary.
It was scary as fuck. It happened like super quick. No, I take that back. Well, once on a river trip, and once when I was just really drunk, and Kenny and I were like, "Let's go out in the lake." We couldn't even sit in that canoe. Couldn't even sit in the canoe. Dumped immediately. That's funny. Yeah, paddling and like getting really loaded is not the smartest idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you ever do like a camp hike? Were you kind of walking?
I would far prefer a hike over water.
You got to carry way more.
Yeah, true.
And like finding places to hike around here, where you're out there.
I told you I went out to what's the one park that everyone goes to? Starved Rock.
Yeah,
We went to Starved Rock and there were way too many people, so
many. I've never seen more people.
We left.
Yeah,
And we went out. It was like 10 miles north of there. It's like a tiny little park, right?
north or east or west?
Sorry. Southwest of Starved Rock. And
Town starts with an L. Lebanon, maybe.
No, that's a country. So we pulled up to like this like little parking area, and there's one other car. We're like, okay, this is a good sign. We brought Maggie, and we go out for a walk, and I had a fucking blast.
Was it Matheson?
Yes, Matheson. Yeah.
I love Matheson.
It was really nice.
Did you make it all the way to the end where you went to the canyon with like the stepping stone rocks?
Maybe not.
I was gonna propose to Heather there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just never. The way the things turned out, I wasn't able to.
I like your story better.
Yeah, it ended up just being a crapshoot. It just happened the other way.
That's how the world
There,
works.
there
man.
was a plan, and it just never happened that way.
Plans are really good for making sure you get out the door, but plans don't really hold up when the universe takes over.
Yeah.
You know?
Mike Tyson, I think, said it best. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
I forgot about that. That is really fucking funny.
Yeah, and I think it's
Like-
very, very applicable.
It's even more funny that it's him saying it. Like,
Yes.
anyone else could say that, and it would just sound dumb.
Yeah, but he like quite literally, everybody goes out there with a plan and then they get punched in the face. And the plan don't work so well anymore.
Dude, that first punch to the face sucks. It's an eye opener.
Actual punch?
Yeah, like a real punch. But then it's like, all right, I'm still alive.
I've never felt one.
No.
No, I mean I've been punched, but I don't feel them. Whatever.
That's our fucking t-shirt. No. I've been punched.
Lots of times.
I just don't feel it.
I don't.
Jesus
Whatever
Christ.
whatever berserker thing is in my Viking blood, dude, I got it. If I'm in fight mode, good luck. You better find a big sword to stab me.
Okay.
I don't feel anything.
You and I have never been in a fight post-adolescence. But like I remember your tenacity as a teenager. I can't imagine it as a more trained individual. I don't know. You were always like the benchmark for any scuffle I ever got into past that. It was always like, this ain't shit compared to what John did, and he was my friend.
Well, I wasn't a very good wrestler.
Yeah, you were.
No, I had a very losing record.
The fucking record doesn't mean shit. Record means who you went up against. That's it.
I wish that when I did wrestling, I would have used tactics more
Me too.
and not just like winged it every time. And like I wish I like it's weird. How do I put this? Like, yeah, you went to practice and yeah, you trained, but you never. At least I didn't. Like, I never took it seriously. Yeah. You know, and like looking at it now as an older person, it was like, wow, like I would like totally have like a tool set of like, I would do this, this, and this in this situation, this,
If this,
and
that,
this
then
in this
that.
situation, and like train for that.
Yep.
And like I would have been like, I want you to do this to me.
Yep.
And I would have gone through all the ways to
Yep.
get out of that particular thing.
That's training.
That's training. We literally fought over the top of people for 3 hours straight.
Yes.
Like, what do I have to do to hurt Jay as much as possible?
Yeah.
And I hope it was the vice versa. So many headbutts. So many headbutts.
I did an open tournament in college, and the headbutting thing was so normal to me that I headbutt this guy and he started crying.
Dude, we started every match with a headbutt.
Yes.
And it wasn't light. Like, it was like brain damage headbutt.
I don't remember high school. I wonder why. I am not promoting this. I will never be the person who says, well, I did it this way, so you don't have to. When I was coaching for wrestling, one of the kids got a concussion and he had to sit out for a month. And the other coaches were like, oh, well, we didn't have to do that. That's the new rule.
Wow, a month?
A month. 4 weeks, dude. 4 weeks. And that's a lot of missed
That's
matches.
like most of any season.
That's a third. That's a third of your season.
Oh, wow.
So he was bummed. And then, you know, the other coaches were like, well, you can just practice anyway. And I was like, no. If the doctors have a reason for this, it's showing proof that he is not going to have the fucking bullshit memory problems that we all do.
What did they say to that?
Oh, I wasn't the one truly like voicing the opinion, but like, yes, we all said, okay, this is safety for him for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like they're going to wrestle for 15 minutes.
Like when
In your whole life.
when I
You
say
gotta go
they,
the rest of
when
your
I say they
life.
argued it for like 5 minutes, being like, well, you just got to be a man, blah blah. And then we all said, nope, fuck that. We don't want him to be an invalid when he's 30.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, you
no.
saw like the shit that happened with like Chris Benoit where he killed his whole family because he had too many,
yeah,
like
dude, no, fucking. Oh, you don't get to wrestle a little bit in high school? You didn't have to do this thing in high school? Guess what? As soon as you leave, none of that shit matters.
it wasn't like all like lots of concussions literally cause like lower intelligence and violence.
Violence was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm okay with not pushing these
Yeah,
kids.
we don't need another dumb person who's violent.
Yeah, just to like relive your father's fucking childhood. Fuck you. Just
I don't want your life. Thank you. I'll thank the Academy for my impression of shit. I can't remember the name of the movie.
yeah, I was gonna say I have no fucking clue. Like
that
I get the reference. I just don't know who you're trying to impersonate.
Who was the guy from Dawson's Creek? Jason Vanderbeek.
Vanderbeek.
Yeah, and that was the movie was
I don't want Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues.
Thank you. I remember the scene. I could not picture the fucking face. Thank you.
Yeah, see, concussions. it took a while. Whatevs.
Everyone at home, Pez at home is.
Pez.
Speaking of which, we should have Pez. Like,
I agree.
We talked about it. We have a third mic.
Yes. Well, I don't know what we have to do to get him here. He's
So-
a very busy man.
Yep.
We'll have to just work around his schedule.
As are you. You know, there's a reason we haven't podcasted in a month.
Yes, I've been very busy doing very cool things.
No downward opinion there. You were fucking working, and we said in the very beginning, work and family comes first, and then this.
Are we going to get this out in time for Christmas?
I can do it.
Okay. We
Yeah.
get this as a Christmas gift.
As long as I don't have to like. It's a Christmas gift to Pez. It's a good thing because I didn't buy anybody anything.
Did we talk about his son? You know he's in a frat at NIU?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in a frat at NIU.
This is when I just start screaming and it cuts off, and then that's the show ends.
No.
No, what? Why?
That was not in my bingo card. I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
Listen, that kid he's got a good head on his shoulders.
He does.
If he thinks that's what he wants to do,
And yeah,
then
again,
that's what he wants to do. I'm trying to see if I can tell you which frat he's in. And I'm sure frats are like way different than when we were in school. Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing. Let me see here.
I mean, let's be honest. God,
Trying to see
damn.
if I can tell you when he's in.
The misogyny, the blatant, horrible things these guys did to women. Some women willing, some not so willing, does not fucking matter. Or just the people that they did to each other. Like, I was so verbal about being anti-frat in
What's that one?
Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Ugh. Far be
Sig?
it, Sigma Alpha Epsilon.
What was Dean? Was he Sig?
Pi.
That's not this.
It's not that. I believe Sig Pi doesn't exist anymore there.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
he's a good kid.
Here's the thing.
He's gonna be like
I'm not going to
hybrid of like
and
he's got like a frat art kid. Fuck, that
That's
sounds
it.
kind of cool.
That's it. It would be boomer of me to say just because frats were shitty when I was that age, that they're shitty now or shitty for him. Who the fuck cares if they're shitty? If he enjoys it, and as long as he's not infringing shit on someone else, boom, fucking have a great time. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Just don't be shitty to
Just
people.
don't be shitty to other people.
'Cause that's gonna come back to get you.
And
also,
a fucking threefold.
yeah, so I'll come back to get you. We didn't have social media when we were younger. With all the dumb shit that we did. Oh my god, I can't imagine if social media was around when I was in the military.
Pez's kid, I know your name, but I think you're still of the age where I don't want to out you on a fucking show. So, Pez's kid, if you do anything stupid, do it outside of view of cameras.
There's cameras
or
everywhere.
People, just don't do anything stupid. You're right, dude. Like shit is living in infamy right now. ICE has a contract with Ring. So if you have a Ring camera,
I don't.
I do. I had tape over it for a while, and then I thought, well, fuck, now I don't see them come into the door. So I just won't do any of my bomb building outside the front door. That's a joke, Jesus
I was
Christ.
gonna say, don't say that.
I know.
Well, yeah, you think that they're gonna get the Palantirs gonna just listen to all these podcasts?
Yes, without a doubt. And they're not going to listen. They're just going to analyze it. They're doing
And be
speech,
like,
each
he
pattern.
used words like
That's it. That's it.
Robert Ahm.
Yeah, okay.
His name is Robert Ahm. Oh, that could totally be a T-shirt.
That is really good. And again, on the fucking record, super serious. I don't want violence, man. I don't want it to happen. I just want the shit to stop.
No, I didn't want any. Like, why couldn't I have just been like an old guy that like made a decent amount of money?
Just not have to deal. Like, not us have to deal with it, but it's it to not happen. You know what I mean? Like, it is, I'm always going to feel that there's a tidal wave of good in the world hitting against a rock of indifference and hatred.
I'm a little salty with everything. I don't like the way that things are turning out. Like, since Reagan on, like, things like really went to shit. Like, it started even before that. It was like from Nixon on, things went like really down south quickly for, I think, America. And it is crazy that you'll never find somebody defend a billionaire faster than somebody living in a trailer park. I
Right?
don't
I don't-
fucking get
I don't-
that. Like, I have more in common with you than a billionaire. Like, why am I a demon? Why am I a traitor?
Yeah.
Why am I all these things? I just don't get it. And and I'm a little salty. Like, dude, I wanted to be a dad. I did. I think it was something I said earlier that reminded me of that. I wanted to be a dad, and I think the way that life just kind of panned out, I think for me and a lot of people just didn't have kids because, I know not in your case, but I think a lot of people want to have kids, and because they wanted to be responsible like they were taught, just never got it, didn't happen. And it just ended up being way too late. I think I'm one of millions of people probably that never got to happen. And it sucks. And I hate that that's what happened. But it did. And I don't know. I hope like some fucking good can happen out of all this. Like even if like we get rid of the 2-party system, or we get rid of Citizens United, or we expand the courts, or we can get rid of the filibuster. Something. I hope something good can happen out of all this. You know, and
I
it's
hope
not
it's
for
a lot more monumental than those things.
dude. Any one of those things. All of those things are a domino.
Those are just tools.
Negative. All of those things are a domino. If one goes, they can all go. You just need one of those things. Getting rid of the filibuster can make all the things happen. Getting rid of Citizens United can make all the things happen. Like they're all like super powerful, and they can be something that can like break the logjam. Because right now, everything isn't in a log jam now. Everything is in the Congress. Congress has given their power to one man for the executive theory. They essentially that Johnson guy can go fuck himself until the end of time.
Agreed.
I hope wherever he's buried is never dry of piss.
Agreed. Agreed.
And with many of these other people.
Yep. Yeah, the laundry list is getting bigger and bigger.
That's a lot of piss. It was
We should start collecting now.
just start collecting piss.
Yeah.
Let me see your piss. Give me your piss.
How big is your piss
I'm
collection?
the pee monster. What was the pee monster from?
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. That's right. Yep. We just become the pee monster.
Oh, we have a lot of ideas that sound really good in the moment, and then they kind of fizzle out over the next couple hours. But that'd be a good iconic patch for like Left Wing.
The pee monster.
The Pea Monster.
I still think an olive drab Luigi hat would be really cool. And I've looked it up. I still haven't seen one. Not the bright green one.
Yeah.
Olive drab Luigi hat. Yeah. I think it would be pretty baller. If I had the money.
I'm kind of shocked how much that is not getting news. That court case.
It looks like he might get away with it.
He didn't fucking do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He totally didn't.
I'm sorry, dude. The fucking facts are there. They have video of a guy throwing away a bag, and then he's found with the bag with a letter that says, "This is why I did it." What?
Yeah, totally wasn't him. I was playing cards with him. Totally playing cards with Luigi.
I mean,
we were playing Mario Kart.
seriously, like how is this shit believable? Why would anyone in that frame?
Why are people like writing on bullets all of a sudden?
Yeah,
Was he the first guy to write on bullets?
Oh my god!
The
is that
Charlie Kirk
shit
guy was
old
like
as
writing
hell?
on bullets.
Oh my god! Yeah, whatever.
There's a bunch of stuff from the the couch.
You saw that fucking video about the fist gun, right? The palm gun.
Oh yeah, you did show me that.
Wow,
Yeah, for Charlie Kirk.
Uh-huh.
That one is a little believable.
that's kind of shockingly believable.
Yeah.
When he first started talking, I'm like bullshit, and then he kept talking. I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
The idea of him being able to break that weapon down while running on the roof and hopping down and, not
And then reassembling it.
yeah, and like not breaking his jaw. Like, something doesn't sound right.
Dude, anything under Kash Patel is utter and complete fabrication.
Dude, that guy, he is like the look of somebody who has no idea. Like if you were to be like, I want you to paint a picture of a man who is fucking in over his skis.
Yeah, yeah.
It look like old cross-eyed Patel.
Why, dude? Like,
Wide-eyed and cross-eyed.
but the amount of lies coming out of him, it's like, well, how many times is is Trump in the Epstein files? I don't know. Is it more than 500? No. Well, how many is it? I don't know.
Dan Bongino's going to be gone. He's probably the only one with any fucking morals. He's like, you guys are all a bunch of, like, he is he's a nutter to begin with, but at least you got to hand it to him that he's jumping ship. There's a lot of Republicans that are just outright retiring because they're like, fuck this, they're jumping ship.
Yeah.
It does feel like he does kind of feel like a lame duck right now, which makes me happy. It also can make him dangerous. Pete Hegseth is
A
a
psychopath.
fucking psychopath. All the shit that's going on, like starting war with
Venezuela.
Venezuela
did you
was
see that
bananas.
Russia just made an announcement, said all dignitaries and families of dignitaries and all Russian citizens should leave Venezuela immediately.
Yeah.
And since Russia owns America right now, they know something that the general populace of the U.S. does not.
Did you see it was a military exercise that they were doing to invade Venezuela with all of the use of concentration camps, but in this case it was
No.
oh dude, I sent this to you. So during
Wait, was that the one you sent that this morning?
I don't remember when I sent it.
Okay,
but,
sorry.
But it had to do with when Reagan was in power and all the stuff was going on with the Iran or with all the Contra scandals and everything.
Rex 84.
Rex 84. Look that up. Everybody at home. Rex 84. This was like, and this all is real. Like, this is all real. This was all going on instead of it being Homeland Security, which didn't exist at the time.
Right.
They were using FEMA was the ones that were actually going to be going through and rounding up immigrants and using it as a way to when they were sending them back, like putting them in concentration camps and using that as a way to smuggle the drugs back to like Venezuela and everything. Like everything that they're doing is like, dude, read that plan. That's exactly what's happening right now is Rex 84. It's crazy.
Holy shit. Like I clicked on this earlier and it was like all the text and I'm like, can't do it right now. And I literally forgot about it. So yeah, this is going to be.
Yeah. It's essentially, they did the military exercises to do this. They did send all the drugs back and everything, but that was like one of the ways they were going to be doing it. What are some other things that have happened since we talked?
Oh,
That the director died. Director and actor was murdered by his son, him and his wife,
Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Trump said
He blamed it on Trump derangement syndrome.
he blamed it on that Reiner had a negative opinion about him.
Yeah, that's why he died.
You sociopathic fuck.
Not liking me, it killed you. And then he went on air for 20 minutes and rambled about how
I watched that.
he rambled for 20 minutes about how literally blamed everybody but himself for everything going on and how it's really good. But if it is bad, then it's not his fault. It was
Yep,
Biden's fault.
Yep. And then he added plaques to the previous presidents.
Oh yeah. I like how he put a plaque on there, like it wasn't long enough. So he just put a whole nother different separate plaque underneath it to just add more stuff.
Yeah.
You could tell he's just rambling on and they're just egging him on and just doing whatever the ramblings of a lunatic wants. This is fucking Nero just watching everything burn.
Yep.
And there's people that throw away their family and friends for this fucking guy.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Fucking nut job.
On that note, I gotta go feed the pets. So, John, in true Buttertown fashion, wrap us up. What have we learned today?
We learned that to be a hero, you gotta hold out for a hero to the end of the night, and you gotta be good, and you gotta be fast, and you've got to be larger than life. Larger than life.
Where did all the good hearts go? Where did the magic hide? Where's the level-headed myth? Who beats the odds I fight? Isn't there a champion with sleeves rolled up and scars? I lie awake past midnight, counting ceiling stars. Scrolling through my fears like patch notes in my head, dreaming of a signal saying you're I'm calling for a hero, holding on for a spark till the edge of the night. They gotta be fearless, they gotta be fast, and they gotta be born from the fight. I'm calling for a hero, holding on till the sky starts to light. They gotta be real, and it's gotta be now, and they gotta feel larger than life. Somewhere after midnight, in my messiest dream, somewhere just out of reach, someone reaching back for me. Running through the static, cutting through the heat. It's gonna take a miracle to pull me to my feet. Yeah, I know I'm not broken, just bent out of shape, waiting on a moment that rewrites fate. I'm waiting on a hero, holding out for a sign in the dead of the night. They gotta be strong, and they gotta be sharp, and they gotta run straight through the fire. I'm waiting on a hero, holding on till the dawn breaks the fight. They gotta be sure, and it's gotta be soon, and they gotta feel larger than life. Up where the skyline cuts the neon sky, out where the thunder learns how to fly. I swear I feel a presence watching me through the doubt, the fear, the panic flood. Every late night thought in my blood, I feel it building like a fire in my chest. Like a fire in my chest. Like a fire in my chest. I'm reaching for a hero, standing still till the dark finally cracks. They gotta be brave, and they gotta be fast, with their heart in the heat of the clash. I'm reaching for a hero, holding on till the morning fights back. They gotta be real, and they gotta be true, and they gotta feel larger than life. I'm calling for a hero, holding on for a spark till the edge of the night. They gotta be fearless, they gotta be fast, and they gotta be born from the fight. I'm calling for a hero, holding on till the sky starts to light. They gotta be real, and it's gotta be now, and they gotta feel larger than life.